Hi folks, welcome back to another episode of the Single Dad's Cookbook. Today we're going to be making a cheesecake, ideal Sunday family dinner, nice showstopper of an end to a meal. Now on this one I'm making white chocolate and raspberry cheesecake with a ginger nut biscuit base. So first of all we're going to get the base on the go and get that all done, and that started off by crumbling 250 grams of ginger nut biscuits into a big bowl. If you have a food processor, absolutely do it by that. That will make your life a hell of a lot easier. Okay, it will save you so much time. I do this by hand. I make sure that it's not all just the same crumbs. They're all different bits and pieces. Any big ones I crunch up, but you want to get a bit of extra texture in there. So once you've done that, and there you go, there's the 250 grams. You can see some of them are bigger bits, some of them are smaller bits. Any two bigger bits, you just give them a bit of a crumble in your hands there. Now for this, to finish the base, you're going to need 125 grams of unsalted butter, and just melt that off. So there you go, there's the butter. We're just going to melt that, and while that's melting, we're going to butter the base of our tin to make life a bit easier later on when we're going to be removing the cheesecake. So we've got that all nice and buttered, and we're going to bring in the melted butter, as you see there, the biscuit base, and all we're going to do is incorporate them both together and make sure that they're completely coated. That way the base will stick. Now I used ginger nuts. You can use digestives, you can use whatever you prefer, what biscuit you prefer. You could even use like a chocolate digestive or a chocolate biscuit. It's down to you. You can experiment with this. So once you've got that, you bring over your tin and you want to compress this into a nice level base. So you get that and you compact it down. Now, while I'm compacting that down, I just want to say thanks very much for all the lovely comments that I'm receiving, and the support and the building of the channel. It's early days, and we're on this journey together. So if you are new to the channel, hi, and if you hit the like button and subscribe as well, so you can get all the other ones and have a look back. You can actually see the journey we've been on and how it's progressed. Now onto the filling. So that the base you want to pop in the fridge, and you want to leave that for over an hour to chill. Now in there is 275 millilitres of double cream, and you're going to whisk that up. If you've got an electric whisk, use an electric whisk. Again, it will save you time and save your arms. What you want to do is you want to whisk it till it gets to the point where it's sticking to the back of the spoon. And then what we're going to be doing is adding in the soft cheese, which in this instance is a tub of Philadelphia, which is about 275 grams, I think. We've got that, and we're going to mix that in, and you'll see straight away, once you've mixed it in, be slow to start with and then get it up and running. You'll see that after a few minutes of whisking, it will actually become a bit thicker. Now, at this stage, you can take your cheesecake in any direction you want. If you want to add a little bit of lime in there, you want to add a bit of strawberries, whatever you want to do, vanilla, anything you want. I've got 300 grams of white chocolate that I've melted, and I'm going to add that in. And that's why I've not added any sugar into this, because the white chocolate is going to do the job of the sugar. And at this stage, again, I don't know if you want to try different things for the guys who are lactose intolerant. I'm sure you can get other substitutes and make that, but I'm going to scrape in the white chocolate, and I'm going to incorporate all that in there. Give it a good mix in so it's all incorporated. Then we're going to get the base that's been chilling for over an hour out the fridge, and we are going to add it in. And you can see how easily that's thickened up, and it's not even started to chill yet, and that's with the hot chocolate in there. So give it a bit of a taste. You want to taste it just to measure the sweetness, if it's overly sweet or if it's not sweet enough. At that stage you can judge it, and if you want to add in some extra sugar, you can. Now from here we're just going to put in the top, and that's, you've got your cheesecake is almost done. Well, the cheesecake itself is done. The next stage is just like a nice raspberry coulis that I accompany the cheesecake with to offset the sweetness. So you've got a nice sharp sauce to cut through all the creaminess and all the sweetness, and all you're doing is you're just putting it on top, and then you're just moving it around until you get a nice level platform. And it's as easy as that. Make it as beautiful as you want. As you see there, not very for me, but give it a bit of tap so you've got no air bubbles, and then you're going to pop that in the fridge for at least 3 hours, longer if you can. So I've just taken a few of the raspberries out so that we can put them on the top of the cheesecake. Now I've put the rest of the raspberries in a small bowl there, pan I should say, and we're going to add in half a lemon juice so that you're getting that little bit again, you've got that citric in there just to cut the sweetness of the cream filling on the cheesecake. Now what I do is I pop this on the heat just for a little bit, not too long, and it just warms it up just a little bit, just so that you can actually, it makes it more manageable to deal with. If you can get the pips out, it won't really matter, because what we are going to do is we're going to pass it anyway. Now once it's hit up just ever so slightly, and like I said, it's not warm, it's just ever so slightly, you're going to just mash these through. Again, if you've got a blender, use the blender straight away. If you've got a hand blender, use the hand blender straight away, and then it'll make life a lot easier. What I've done is I mash it all up, and then we're going to make sure that we're getting all the seeds out by passing it through a sieve. So you want to grab yourself the bowl, pop all the raspberries in there, and you are going to now just pass that through, remembering that when you're finished to actually scrape the underneath of the sieve, because there's loads of great juice and sauce there as well. Now at this point you can add in a little bit of gelatin, and that'll actually turn it into like a raspberry jelly type thing, and that'll set beautifully on top. I use it more of a sauce. I do pour it on top, but again, you can mix it in. So before you could make this in advance, let it cool, and whip it in to the sauce, so you've got a beautiful raspberry ripple effect, raspberry ripple and white chocolate. Give it a little bit of taste. You want to make sure that it's not overly tart. And then I pour it over top. You don't have to pour it over the top. You can keep it in a little jar, and then you can add it to the cheesecake as and when. Again, it's completely down to you. If you've got the gelatin added, by all means do this. You'll get a second layer on top. It'll set perfect, and it will literally be a thing of beauty. And at the top now, I'm just going to add in the extra raspberries that I've kept at the side, and you've got it done there. Then it's all about exercising patience and popping it in the fridge for a good 3 hours if you can, even overnight. So make this the day before your Sunday dinner or your big family meal, and you can make it way more beautiful than I have. Guys, thanks for watching. The next bit is me just cutting it open and then showing you what it looks like, and there it's there. this cheesecake is absolutely beautiful. It's creamy. You've got the sharpness of the raspberry and lemon coulis. You've got the ginger nut biscuit base, which is a bit different again, adding another dimension, and you've got the creamy white chocolate filling. It is beautiful, guys. From my family to yours, I hope you're staying safe. Till the next time, thanks very much for watching. Single Dad's Cookbook signing off.